Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 6:30. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, this Durham's online community paper. Check it out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, it's Bull City Hangout. I'll be telling you what's happening today in Durham, and I'm pretending like it's today. You can tell. If you watched yesterday's show, you can say, hey, she's got on the same shirt. I'm actually recording this on Monday night because as we speak, I'm going to be at another event. So I'm pre-recording the show tonight, pretending like it's Tuesday. But anyway, I will be telling you what's happening today in Durham, and usually I invite you to join me on camera, but like I just said, this show is pre-recorded. So let me put on my specs and move my keyboard. So I'm going to go to the Word page, the Durham Skywriter. That is the nonprofit and government information page, which is full of really great programs and services offered by local nonprofits and, of course, local government, city, county, and state. So you can just go up and down the page and see what you can sign up for. And you might even find a place or two to volunteer for. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to scroll down to City of Durham because there are some openings that they're trying to fill. And so by end of day tomorrow, you can let them know, the city, know that you want to fill one of these vacancies if you want to go for it. There's an opening on the Housing Appeals Board for tenants, the Mayor's Hispanic Latino Committee. Then there's an opening on the Racial Equity Commission at large. So click on that blue link, and then you can see what will be expected of you if you do join, if you are chosen. And then let them know by end of day tomorrow that you want to fill one of these vacancies. A lot of people start their political careers that way, by joining different committees, commissions, etc. Alrighty. Now the Durham County Libraries are open until 8. Bragtown closes at 6. And then they reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and Bragtown reopens tomorrow at 10. Okay, I'm going to go to the, let's see, there is so much on this page now, it's getting kind of ridiculous, but I love it. Let me mention the Durham Community Fridges, just in case you haven't heard of this. This actually started during COVID-19, where people knew they wanted to help people who were struggling, people who needed food, but they realized that they couldn't meet face to face. So they started this community fridge campaign throughout the whole country. So here in Durham, we have 3 community fridges, and the way it works is that these refrigerators are put out in public where there's 24/7 access. So at any time, you can go and check these refrigerators, take food out, and next to each refrigerator is a cupboard or a cabinet. And so you can get rice and beans and other non-perishable food. Sometimes people put cereal, boxes of cereal in there. Some people put just different things like biscuit mix or whatever. So check it out. Also, of course, people who want to donate food can also have access to these refrigerators 24/7. Also, there's a website that you can check. So you can check each of the sites, each of the refrigerators, to see what's in there before you head that way, before you hop on the bus or whatever, to see what's in the refrigerator. So people, just regular folks, they keep tabs on what's in there. They also keep tabs on the temperatures to make sure that the temperature is cold enough to keep everybody safe. And then also, people note whether the refrigerators need some tidying up. So people go there with maybe a little bleach water, go ahead and clean it out and throw the old food away or whatever. You can do that. Anybody can do that. This is a community effort. So we have 3. One is at St. Joseph Episcopal Church, 1902 West Main Street, on the Iredell Street side, served by bus number 11. The Scrap Exchange, 2050 Chapel Hill Road in the Lakewood Shopping Center, served by number 10. And Bragtown Baptist Church, 3218 North Roxborough Street, served by bus number 4. When I say bus, I mean Go Durham, bus number 4. Okay, let's see. what else is happening. Let me check with Durham Tech because I already told you about the libraries. Okay, so let me tell you about Durham Tech because, oh, wait. Before I do that, I'd like to point out that Durham Public Schools has chosen a bunch of different places, like up to like 30 different places, to serve free breakfasts and free lunches to young people ages 1 to 18. The whole list is right there of all the different places, the times that they're serving, and of course their addresses. So check this out. Go to DurhamSkywriter.com, go to the Word page, scroll down to Durham Public Schools, and you'll see the whole list of places where your kids can get fed. If you're struggling and you don't have the money to feed them properly, then yeah, this is for young people, again, ages 1 to 18. And the same post can also be found on the School Tools page. Alrighty, and now let's check with Durham Tech and see what classes are being offered. These are one-off workshops that are on Zoom for people who want to start businesses. So let's see, with today being Tuesday. Oh, here's a good one. So this one is from 2 until 3. Plan your website like a pro. Strategies that save time and get results. So the links are right there. You can click, you can go ahead and register in advance and then attend these classes. These are live classes, by the way. So if you have a specific question about your specific instance, then you can go ahead and ask and get a really great answer. Here's another class. This one is from 5:30 until 7, maximizing your Google business profile. I didn't know they still had Google Business. Okay, but it's good to know because you want to be discovered online. That's very important. People can't do business with you if they can't find you. So that class, again, starts at 5:30. And here's another one. This class is from 6 until 8, Getting to the Grants. I'm Prepared to Receive Grants, Part 1. And that is from 6 until 8. So there's all kinds of grants out there. So you might find one that pertains to you and the type of business that you want to start, and find how to discover these grants, how to also sign up for these grants, and to prepare proposals and all that sort of thing, so you can get that money, get that business started, or move a step up. Some people start out real small, and they want to make sure that everything's going well, and then they move up. So maybe you can get a grant and take that step. Alrighty, let's see. Let me see if Legal Aid NC has a workshop. Let's see. Their next workshop will be Thursday about Social Security disability. Okay, so I'll wait a couple of days before I announce that one. Okay, let's check with SCORE, Service Corps of Retired Executives. They also help budding entrepreneurs and people who have already started businesses and need to learn more. So that you can get a mentor also. They have mentors. They have classes, mentors, workshops. So let's see. Their next workshop is, today from 1 until 2. This one will be on Zoom, or I should at least say it's online. And it is called When Customers Build Loyalty and Increase Sales with Emotional Intelligence. So you want to appeal to their emotions to get them to do business with you. So usually the classes are free. Every now and then SCORE has to charge just a little something because they have had their funding pretty much drastically cut, just like other nonprofits in the area. So they're asking for $15 for this class. So if you don't mind, this class will be held from 1 until 2. And then you can click for more information and also to pay and register. Okay, let's go to the To Your Health page. Alrighty, To Your Health. Let's see. Now, there's a lot on this page also. Really great research studies that you might want to check out. I highly recommend that you read about all of them and choose one and take part. You help these local universities and researchers with their projects and their programming and their services and their apps and whatnot. Let's see. Let's see if there are any blood drives where you can literally save lives by donating blood. Okay, the next one for the American Red Cross will be, oh, it's going on right now. Okay, so they have a crew. The American Red Cross has a crew over at Carolina Arbors at 357 Carolina Arbors Drive, and they'll be there until 4. And then their next drive will be on Thursday at Chick-fil-A. I'll tell you about that one tomorrow. Now, let's check with Blood Connection. They do the same thing. Their next blood drive is Thursday at Sprouts, so I'll wait a couple of days for that one. Going on right now is the HELP program, also known as the Health Equipment Loan Program, at 4206 North Roxborough Street, Suite 100. They take donations of walkers with and without wheels, with and without seats, wheelchairs, canes, crutches, that sort of thing, things to help you in the bathroom. So it's really great. It's run by the county. So they take these donations, clean them up, and then they loan them out to people who need them for 90 days at a time. So it could really help for those who are just out of the hospital, or those who just know that they're not going to need these items forever. So look into this. They're open 2 days a week, Tuesdays 10 until 2, and then Fridays 1 until 5. Okay, now ordinarily, oh wait. Before I do that, let me click on the Health Events button, and let's see if there are any health events I can tell you about. There we are. Let me scroll down. Let's see. Let's see. Nothing happening until next week, as far as I can tell. It looks like some of these events that are usually happening at this time, last couple of days of the month and first few days of the next month, looks like they're taking that time out with Duke and some of the other health providers. So I'll check again in a couple of days. Usually I would, well, let's just go ahead and go to the Senior Scope page. Let's do that. Now, today is the last day of the month, so what I'm going to do is just to see if there's anything special happening today. I will tell you, for the most part, what's happening this afternoon. Keep in mind that the Durham Center for Senior Life, 406 Rigsby Avenue, which is a great place to hang out if you're 55 plus. They are open late because on Tuesdays and Thursdays they're open until like 7. Usually they close at 5, so it's really great for those who are still working. You can stop off at the Senior Center and get a little workout in. You can do that. And it's free membership, free parking, free activities, so check it out. So let's see what's going on this afternoon. Let's see. Pinochle, they'll be playing Pinochle, Kings in the Corner, and Dominoes all afternoon. So you can just drop by, make new friends, and play the games. Also, bingo size, which is bingo plus exercise, that's at 1. Quilt making at 1. The Arthritis Foundation exercise program at 2:15. Kings in the Corner, like I just mentioned, is all afternoon, but it starts at 2:30. DCSL band practice, yes, they have a band, so you can check them out or maybe join the band. They'll be rehearsing at 2 o'clock in the theater. Women's pool from 4 until 4:45 in the recreation room. Yes, they have a pool table. Now, women can play at any time, but this is for women only on Tuesdays at 4. All right. Now, tomorrow morning, Muscle Pump at 8:40, and it's also live from the Durham Center for Senior Life's Facebook page. A new class, Sweat and Salsa, that's at 9 o'clock in the activity room. French 1 class at 10. Total body workout at 10, that's also live on Facebook. Quick drawing class at 10. Ping pong at 10. Hispanic Heritage Group at 10. That's fun activities in Spanish. And again, Pinochle. You can learn, they'll be teaching how to play Pinochle, which is a card game, at 12:30. All right, and that'll be tomorrow. Let me check for special events. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Going on right now, they're having intergenerational pride trivia until 1:30. So maybe you can tiptoe in there late, and they probably won't mind. Now, with tomorrow being July 1st, I'll be probably having to skip a couple of days where I won't be able to tell you what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life, because it usually takes a day or two for me to input all of the information from the new July schedule. Hopefully I'll be able to not miss a beat, but I might. So just warning you, I might have to skip a couple of days telling you what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life. Okay, let's go over to the Let's Go calendar of event page. Calendar of events page. Okay, let's see. So June 30th. Let's see. Going on right now is the Southeastern Community Action Partnerships and the North Carolina Community Action Association's big pop-up community resource fair. It's going on right now until 2 o'clock in Durham Central Park, 501 Foster Street downtown. They're going to have all these tables out there where you can collect information from all these different local organizations that serve the community. They're going to have family activities. They're going to have games. They're going to have giveaways, free admission, and a great time to bring the kids and air them out. So you can do that. And then maybe you can stop off at the library and take part in the summer reading program. You can do that as well. So if you get all hot and bothered outside at Durham Central Park, like I said, then head over to the library downtown and cool off in the air conditioning. How about that? And if you have the kids with you, of course, the library is a great place too. They have a teen hangout. They also have a nice kids center. They also have I forget what they call it, a sensory room for young people with neurosensory, like autism, so they can relax. If they get a little overstimulated, they can relax, chill out in this nice sensory room. You might want to check that out. Okay. Also, let's see. So that fair is going on until 2. Like I said, totally free. Although I suspect food trucks will probably be there as well. Whenever there's a gathering of people in Durham Central Park, somehow food trucks pop up. So you might want to bring a couple of dollars just in case you get hungry and just in case your kid spots their favorite food truck. Now, Wheels Durham, they have summer public skating, 2 skate sessions per day. It's not just for kids, but of course, this is to accommodate the kids who are out of school and anybody else who wants to roller skate. 2 sessions every day during the week, 11 until 1:30, and also 2 until 4:30. You pay $13 to get in if you're a skater. If you're an adult, you're just there to watch the kids, you're not going to skate, then you pay $4, but the skaters pay $13. They have a clear bag policy. They don't want anyone bring in anything strange. So that's going to be every day, every weekday throughout the whole summer. Summer public skating, again, 11 until 1:30, and then 2 until 4:30. Okay, New Visions of Africa restaurant. They'll be hosting their grocery giveaway starting at 12:30. So if you're struggling, you need to bring food in the house, then definitely stop by 1306 Fayetteville Street. They're served by the 5 and the 5K bus. If you are driving, then instead of turning right there at New Visions on Fayetteville Street, that street, they're probably still working on it. So go north to Umstead and then turn west and go around and then park in the W.D. Hill parking lot. Christian faith leaders, they're hosting the pastor's lunch where, again, Christian faith leaders, they pay for their own lunch, but they get to hang out. Hosted by Tri-West Network, they get to hang out at Chubby's Tacos and talk shop, so to speak, and maybe talk about different programming and services in their various churches. So this will be at Chubby's Tacos, 4711 Hope Valley Road, and that is in the Woodcroft Shopping Center, starting at 1 p.m. Okay, now this is interesting. The Southern Coalition for Social Justice, 5517 Highway 15501, they're going to be hosting a public comment party. How about that? That's going to be from 6 until 7:30. So that is where you will get to learn how to make your voice heard. You can learn how to write public comment letters. Of course, I welcome them at Durham Skywriter. Also, you can learn how to write well-crafted emails and postcards. And also, you can learn how to directly communicate with the people who make decisions that affect your community. Very, very important. It's free admission, and they do want you to click to register. So, again, Southern Coalition for Social Justice hosting a public comment party, and this will be from 6 until 7:30. Okay, let's see. The Scrap Exchange in the Lakewood Shopping Center, 2050 Chapel Hill Road. They're hosting a Sewing for Kids class. How about that? And it's for young people grades 6 to 12. That'll be today from 6 until 8. And they can learn sewing fundamentals. They can work on small projects like pillows, bags, accessories. If they're already working on a project, if they're already learning how to sew, they can bring their project and get some help with it. The class fee is $45, and all skills are welcome. The Glass Jog Run Club, they will be meeting right before 6 o'clock in the Parkwood Ballpark, 200 Revere Road, at mile walk or the 5K jog and run. It'll be a little hot out, so stay hydrated and maybe wear a wet towel around your neck. So it starts at the Parkwood Ballpark, but it ends at the Glass Jug Beer Lab on Highway 55. And it's not totally non-competitive. You can bring your dog, your strollers, and all that. So basically, it's just people getting some fresh air and some movement in. Let's see. High Wire Brewing at 800 Taylor Street in Golden Belt. They're going to be hosting their Planty Hour Plant Swap from 6 until 8, where you are invited to trade plants, including succulents and clippings. You can share gardening tips and maybe just talk to people about their gardening. I know it's a challenge right now because we're in a drought. And we're really not supposed to be using city water to water our cars, to wash our cars, and to water our gardens. So you might want to talk about some alternatives. Maybe get a rain barrel. Talk about rain barrels. The city does sell rain barrels. You can put them at the end of your downspouts. In fact, you can cut your downspout so that it ends right at the rain barrel. And then you can water your garden with that. That really helped me when we had a drought. Because everywhere I have a drought spout, a drain spout, whatever you call it, I have a barrel. I think I must have 5, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have 5 rain barrels. 5 of them. So yeah, I highly recommend getting that. You can talk about that at the plant swap, again at High Wire Brewing, and that will be tonight from 6 until 8. Okay, the Elizabeth Street United Methodist Church at 1209 North Elizabeth Street. They're going to be hosting the free community meal. That'll be tonight from 6 until 8, where you can basically just enjoy a pleasant meal, make friends with people in the community. You enter the fellowship hall by going through the parking lot, and you'll see the playground, and then you'll see the steps. So you go down those steps, and that'll lead you to the fellowship hall. Now, if you're using a wheelchair, when you go between the buildings, you'll notice there's more than one building. So go between the buildings, and then there's a ramp, and that will allow you to get to the fellowship hall that way. Oh, this month's theme will be Somewhere Under the Rainbow, celebrating pride and diversity. Everybody is welcome. The Triangle Canine Club, they have a monthly meetup called the Bark and Bond Social. at Boxyard RTP 900, excuse me, 900 Park Offices Drive off of Highway 54. So this is where people take their dogs and they have social time in the bark yard, not the backyard, the bark yard. So the dogs get to run around from 6 until 7. And then there's human social time from 7 until 8. It's free admission. And of course, there's restaurants there, so you might want to bring some money if you want to get something to eat and or drink. And that again is from 6 until 8. The Black and Brown Ballet class, that's going to be held at the Hayti Heritage Center on the corner of Fayetteville and Lakewood tomorrow from 6:30 until 8. So this is for beginning and intermediate ballet dancers, at least age 12, so age 12 plus. So from 6:30 until 8, you start out with the stretches and the bending and whatnot, and then you get into the ballet exercises and technique. Oh, the class fee is $10. Okay, high-strung violins and guitars. They're going to host the Irish Learning Jam at Black Knoll Memorial Presbyterian Church, 1902 Perry Street in the community room. That will be from 6:30 until 8. It's free admission. Near beginners are welcome. And ideally, you'll be comfortable playing in the keys of G, D, and A major and E minor. Those are the easy keys, especially if you're playing guitar. So you click for more information if you'd like to do that. And again, that will be from 6:30 until 8. So you bring all your instruments, your guitar, your mandolin, your flute, tin whistle, whatever, and they'll be playing Irish jigs, reels, and polkas. Polkas? I thought that was Polish. But anyway, they'll be playing all kinds of really fun music. Aldersgate United Methodist Church at 1320 Umstead Road. They'll be having their weekly community pickleball session, and that will be from 6:30 until 8:30. I think pickleball is still probably the fastest growing sport in America. They said that on NPR some time ago. It's probably still true. So you head for the big building where the gym is located. It's free. And minors can come as long as they're accompanied by their parent or legal guardian. The Tuesday Blues Jam, that is from 7 until 10 at the Blue Note Grill, 709 Washington Street, downtown. If you play guitar, if you play bass, you don't have to lug your amp all the way down there. You can use one of theirs. That's very thoughtful. If you're a singer, you can bring your own mic or just use their mic. So it's free admission. Of course, it's a restaurant, so they'd love it if you would order some dinner. But for the most part, it's free admission. And if you want to perform, you can sign up. You can maybe listen and see if you can hang. And then if you realize, I can hang with these guys, you can sign up and hop on stage. The North Carolina Jazz Repertory Orchestra, they continue with their monthly residency at the Sharp 9 Gallery, 4608 L Industry Lane. That's in that industrial park near Fayetteville Road and MLK Parkway. So it's going to be tonight at 7:30. Tickets are $30, and you can click right there and get more information and tickets. High-strung violins, guitars, they return with the Classic Country Honky Tonk Jam, again, at Black Knoll Memorial Presbyterian Church, 1902 Perry Street. This time it'll be from 8:30 until 10. A piano will be available. Singers are invited to join in, so that should be really fun. Again, it's free, and near beginners are welcome. They will also have some chord charts for those who know how to read chord charts. Now tomorrow, Echo NC, which has moved, by the way, to 404 Hunt Street, Suite 500. They're going to be hosting 1 Million Cups Durham from 8:30 until 10. So at 8:30, you grab some coffee, you work the room, meet everybody. And then at 9, they will have 2 speakers to talk about their businesses, 2 different businesses. And they'll be answering questions. So this is really great for people who want to start a business and they want to see what it's like and talk to people who have started their own business. So if you'd like to speak at a future meeting, I do have a link. You can click on the link and fill the form out. And also, if you're driving, then you can park in the Measurement Incorporated parking lot on Morris Street for free. Okay, also happening tomorrow, Bell Yeager Free Will Baptist Church at 128 East Cornwallis Road. They're going to have their food giveaway for people in need, and that'll be from 10 until noon. Catholic Charities, they run the Durham Community Food Pantry in the Lakewood Shopping Center at 2020 Chapel Hill Road. So that is from 10 until 1. You can go once a month, so you stop in. Now, today's the last day of the month, so if you already went this month, then, maybe go, go Thursday. So that'll work, because that'll be, wait a minute. Wait a minute, is Wednesday the 1st? It is the 1st of July. Oh, it sure is. There is no 31st of June, is there? Yeah, it's July 1st. So yeah, you can stop by because, yeah, that's the first day of the month. So definitely you can stop by and not worry that, you're wearing out your welcome, because then, like I said, you can only go once a month. So when you talk to the social worker, let them know if you can't have dairy or pork, and then they'll make a substitution. They give away great food. You'll walk out of there with like a week's worth or more of food. They also have diapers. They have the little ones, newborns, the toddler sizes, and they have the big ones for adults. But with it being the first of the month, they might not have diapers, because sometimes they give them all away. They only get diapers once a month. And with it being July 1st, they might not have diapers, but ask anyway. If they don't have the size that you need, they'll tell you when to come back, because they will be picking them up, I'm sure, sometime this week. Okay, let's see. One more thing, the Pauli Murray Center for History and Social Justice, they're going to be hosting a guided tour in her house at 906 Carroll Street, which is also, again, a center for history and social justice. It's a great place. You get to learn all about this great late Episcopal priest, attorney, civil rights activist. So you can pay $20, that's the regular ticket, and if you can't afford that, then you can pay anywhere between $4 and $10, whatever you can afford. And let's see, what else does they say? That's pretty much it. So you can learn all about the life of Pauli Murray. And actually, let's see if I have entered it. Yes, St. Titus, later on tomorrow, they're going to have a special church service because it's Pauli Murray Saint Day. She's a saint. I don't know if you know that in the Episcopal tradition. So they're going to have a special church service and ice cream social tomorrow evening, so keep that in mind. But you can definitely check out the house in advance, and because actually the church service will be at St. Titus, so you can actually see where she used to live during the guided tour, and that will be from 11 until 12:30. There you go. Don't forget Wheels Durham with the summer public skating. Don't forget about that. Oh, another thing about tomorrow that's very important, if you know someone looking for work, the Macy's Staffing Solutions, they're going to be hosting a job fair tomorrow from 1 until 3. They're located at 3808 Guest Road in Suite J, and they're looking to fill more than 100 first, second, and third shift entry-level jobs in the areas of manufacturing, assembly, production, and warehouse jobs in both North and South Carolina. So sounds like you have a lot of choices there. So some jobs will pay a $200 sign-on bonus. Yeah, you might want to look into this. So they want you to bring 2 forms of identification and copies of your updated resume. So see if you can get that printed up real quick. Update it, see if you want to, what do you call it? I'm still calling it Kinko's. Actually, the library also has copying machines. I think it costs just a few cents, and you can run off a couple copies of your resume. You can do that as well. So that's going to be tomorrow from 1 until 3. All righty. Let me put my iPad down and grab my phone, and let's check the weather, shall we? Now, it's really Monday night, so I'm looking ahead to Tuesday. Let's see. So, let's see. What time is it going to be at noon on Tuesday? It looks like it will be 85 degrees and sunny. That's a lot. It will be going up, however, to 90. So, it's going to be a very, very hot day. And it's going to be sunshine. I think our next chance of rain is we are going to have a rainy next week. And I kind of welcome that because we are in a drought. So especially for those of us who have planted elephant ear bulbs and flower seeds. So I'm looking forward to the rain. So, but anyway, the weather today, the temps will be 90 for the high, and it will be sunny all day. And then tomorrow, Wednesday, it'll be 93 and sunny. And then it'll get even hotter on Thursday, 95 and sunny. And then Friday, 96 and sunny. How about that? So bring your wet towels, your hand cloths, hand towels rather. Wring them out. Put them around your neck. Get those, let's see if I have it right here. Let me grab it real quick. I don't know if you've seen these lately. These are, it looks like headphones, but it's really a fan. It's like a little air conditioning unit that you can wear. You put them on like headphones. You put them like around your neck, like a DJ. And then that'll keep you nice and cool. Another thing that's really new that I haven't seen anybody sport yet. Let me show you real quick. I just got this. So you might want to look into getting this. This is it's like a portable air conditioner. Check it out. So you can put it around your neck and put it down your shirt in the front or the back, and then the air comes out. It comes out of the, like these holes right here, and has all these different levels. I just got it, so I don't know how to use it. I know you can hear that. Can you hear that? There's different levels. So it's like an airplane. Also, they have a clip here, so you can clip it. So they have two clips. So you can clip this big clip on top of your pants or your shorts. And then this other clip, you can clip it to your shirt so that it stays, under your shirt. And it'll keep you cool that way. So I got this from Amazon. You might want to look into it. I'm going to be trying it out actually today because I'm at an outdoor event as we speak. So I will have this with me. So also, please stay hydrated. It's very important. Some people are using the electrolyte powder to, add it to water to keep you hydrated and to keep the electrolytes on balance. If you have high blood pressure, do not take the electrolyte powder. Instead, I read about it. They say stock up on potassium if you're like me and you have high blood pressure. So you eat lots of bananas, avocado, almonds, leafy greens, and that will, I don't know how to say it easily. Let's see. How do they put it? So if you take, like I said, if you eat bananas, avocados, leafy greens, it forces, I think it's the kidneys, to release salt, and then you could use, so that'll help you stay hydrated, because you don't want to add salt. That's what the electrolytes do. You don't want to add too much salt. So if you're like me, then step up with the bananas, the avocados, the leafy greens. I guess that's like collard greens and spinach and whatnot, and you should be okay. And I also read that there is such a thing as low sodium electrolyte powders. I haven't seen them yet, but they're out there somewhere. So anyway, I did the weather, so that is it. That's it for today's show. I do hope that you have a beautiful day. Definitely stay cool. Check out the how-to page, by the way, because it's starting to get really hot out there. And on the how-to page, I explain the difference between heat exhaustion and heat stroke. There's a difference, and you got to know the difference. Because if someone falls out in front of your house or whatever, you have to know what to do quickly. of course, the first thing is to call 911, but then you have to help them out. So definitely read the article on the how-to page, and also there are some tips on how to deal with the heat. If you want to add to those tips, yeah, send them my way, durhamskywriter@yahoo.com, and I will add them to the article. And with that, have a beautiful afternoon. Now, let's see if I'm going to be live tomorrow. Let's see. Live at noon. Let me see. Let me check real fast. I think I'm going to be live tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I think there's a couple of events I might be going to because I'm starting to get out and about a little bit more. So anyway, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow sometime. Hopefully not pre-recorded. I hope to do the show live so that I can, greet the people who are in the audience live. I enjoy doing that. So, ciao for now.